Hello everyone, how you doing? I am Ravie Davie, the Fresh Prince of Drummoyne Square, and I'm joined with my partner
Georgia.
And this is the 10 Years In podcast, and we are on episode
22.
I don't know about you, but this is episode 22. Big Ravie Geo and Curtis too.
Loved that.
That was good, wasn't
That's the most upbeat you've been all day.
What do you mean? Been fantastic all day.
You've been a bit tired.
I have been a bit
We had a
tired.
busy weekend.
Very busy weekend, busy long weekend actually since Thursday.
I know I've actually not saw you in 4 days.
I actually had a very busy week, I would say.
Oh, aye, because the awards.
I had a award which we I wanted to have it here for you all to see, but I forgot to bring it because I'm a big idiot. Because I told Georgia to take it round to the hub, put it at Pride of Place in the Parkville hub, because it's not just my award, it's an award for the Glasgow School of Wrestling, in my humble opinion anyway, because if it wasn't for everybody that helps me with the school, all the kids that go to the school, all the parents, all the wrestlers, everybody, the Glasgow School of Wrestling wouldn't be what it would be today, which means I wouldn't be getting the plaudits that I'm are today. So pardon me, but it's a group effort, and that's why the award sits at Pride at Place in Parkville hub.
And that's exactly what it is. They've put it on top of the unit for you.
Have they?
So it's all sitting there.
Brilliant.
Got its wee in place. Aye.
I told you to take a picture of everybody waiting. Nobody sent that else.
Did you tell them that?
I don't know if it gets sent, but I don't think we even get
They've maybe took the pictures and Caden's probably got them on his phone or something.
probably not even took it, to be fair.
Oh well, you've got plenty of opportunity this week.
Definitely.
So we didn't actually expect David was going to win, and obviously if you've been listening to other episodes you'll have heard how negative he was being, and I was really really close to being negative before we went last Wednesday, because I'd been asking David, and I can't say this word for the life of me, but to send me the itinerary.
The itinerary.
Yeah, of what was going to happen at the awards night, and he eventually sent me it just before I was about to get ready, and it actually said on it was smart casual, so it wasn't even like ball gowns.
Well,
I honestly could have counted in one hand how many other women had like dresses on. Most people had looked like they just came for their work, and they just had like jeans and they were casual and stuff. They looked nice, right enough, but nobody was dressed like me. And I just was like, oh, here we go. All the guys had like jeans on, jumpers, all cosy, and poor Caden had got himself a full brand new 3-piece suit.
good.
And I was like, I don't even want to tell his mum that this is actually smart casual, and he could have wore his denims and his Timbies like you said he's been wearing. Caden was on top form. This is the first time we'd obviously had on a 3-piece suit, and he was standing up, he was taking the jacket off, unbuttoning his waistcoat, buttoning it back up, standing up, putting the jacket back on. I said, see if you take a jacket off with me, I'll tell you.
And he's like, I'm heavy stressed, man. Like, you going to be stressed about me? No, I mean, you're not for any awards or anything like that. He's like, I've never been in a place like this before, no.
I know, when we went into the City Chambers, all of us were just like, whoa. Like, it was like stepping into another world.
I know. I'd actually been in that very same room before, and I'd actually won an award before, and I feel it was actually a bit of a full circle moment, because funnily enough, when I won an award before, it was for a thing called EVIP, which is Education Vocational I don't know, it's something initiative program or something. Basically badly behaved boys and girls that are either kicked out of school or did dogged school, or school maybe wasn't for them. They would get put on a college course for 4th year. So obviously myself being papped out of Govan High, I get put on it. And every other school. I went to EVIP. I went to EVIP in Clydebank. So that would have been about 2008, 2009. This would have been, that's how long ago, man. Back in Vietnam. But no, so years ago, and I was at Clydebank College with Michelle Downs. She was my coach at EVIP, and then there was the head of EVIP, who was Nicola McKenzie, and at the end of the course she got like an award and stuff, and I actually went up on stage. Basically somebody had been asked to do a speech, right, and when they get asked to do the speech they'd written it out, whatever, but then their arses collapsed, know what I mean? They went into the City Chambers and seen how big it was and how many people was there, and they've shat themselves, and they said they didn't want to do the speech anymore. So Michelle comes up to me and says, David, we need somebody to do a speech, we've got it all written out and all that, and we think you'd be up for it. And I was like, of course I would, know what I mean? How did you know? How did you know that? So I went up there on the speech, right, I'm sitting reading this, right, and about 3 or 4 lines, and I'm like, ripped the speech up in front of everybody. I'm like, these aren't my words, but am I even bothering reading this out for? So I was asked to do a speech and replace something, but I'm not reading out the words. I'm going to say what EVIP means to me, and I just started doing a mad speech.
That's lovely.
And started talking. Then after it, I'll not go into that story, you know what I mean? Done something stupid after it, but we'll leave that for a different day, right? But then fucking fast forward 16 years later, 15, 16 years later, when I'm going up for this Glasgow Times Community Award, who's sitting at my table? None other than EVIP, the head, Nicola, is it Mackenzie? Aye, Nicola Mackenzie. And she's at the table, obviously talking to me, talking to Georgia. Absolutely, she was obviously very proud of me because I was at a programme for being a wee arsehole, basically. Yeah. And now I'm back at the City Chambers for being a pillar of my community, an upstanding member of my community, a fucking community champion, you know what I mean? So we were at the table and the awards are getting announced. To be fair, it took ages to get to the awards, know what I mean? I'm not going to lie.
Both had it. It was like moaning and everything.
9:30 before the first award had been given out. The dinner was lovely, to be fair. The soup was cracking. The chicken was lovely in that as well. I've actually got a wee food review in my TikTok. I need to get that posted. The pudding wasn't really for me, but I still ate every single bit of it. Know what
and
I mean?
ate all bows and all.
And ate all bows, aye. So maybe it was nice, but it was a bit rich for my tasting. So they started giving out the awards, right? And I started noticing after about this third or fourth award that everybody that won an award, right? So there's the name of the award and then there's the 3 people that are up for it. And everybody that won was number 1 on the list. So it was like Amy Lovelassie for Cardonald who won her award. It was like the clay pits at another place up in, where is it?
Postal?
Up by Postal, it's up by there. There was one award, to be fair, that nearly had me in tears when it was these 3 kids went up and all their wee stories were brilliant, man, and they all won the award. That was the wee lassie Georgia, the wee guy.
He did taekwondo
and like kickboxing and kids, and then the other wee guy Keane that played football
in the wheelchair.
So that was fantastic. All these fantastic kids, and they all won the award. So then it was going down, but still everybody else is winning one. I'm saying to George, George's like, oh, Caden, to be fair, Caden was my hype man, not I mean, Caden was like, no, I've got a feeling you're going to win it, Dave, and all that. I was like, I'm not going to win it. George and that asked me, I'm nervous, and I was like, I'm not nervous because I don't think I'm going to win it. And like, so I don't really got nothing to be nervous about. I'm happy to be here. It's good that I'm going to get to meet all these different organisations and make more connections, but I've not won it. And then everyone, even the guys for Madwit and that, is what, no, men with issues. Sorry, Madwit. NWI. Men's with issues who are doing great work.
That's great what they've set up.
Literally just started in January, so they're helping guys with mental health issues and stuff like that. They have a voice to speak, and they've helped over 250 people, and they've won that award already, and they just opened up in January. So 10 out of 10 to them. But then they were the ones before us, and they won as well, and I was like, right. Everybody's alphabetical order, so no point. But I found myself obviously waiting on it. Cassie for Clyde One was saying some nice words about the school and all that. It was really good to hear all that stuff, and then I got announced the winner, and I had to bite my thumb to stop myself agreeing.
I know, I was like, why are you biting yourself? He's like, to stop myself agreeing.
Just because, as I says, I've got a very big ego, man. I feel like a lot of the stuff that I do, you need to have a big ego today. If you don't believe in yourself, then fortune favours the bold, or that stuff. So if you don't believe in yourself when you're doing the kind of things that I'm doing, why are you doing it? But I didn't believe in that. Not that I didn't believe in myself. I just believed that the other guys, the other people's stories that were up for it were just as good, and that's why these things. That's why we're all these different people are getting recognised, because all the work that we're doing is all good. Anybody that won any of the awards, anybody else could have won it, and you wouldn't have batted an eyelid. So that's just, it wasn't that I was putting myself doing it. It was more that I was putting the other organisations up, saying like, this guy's done this, or that taekwondo and drum chapel have done this. There's no me saying that what I've done isn't good, but also to me, I do feel, I know I do good work with the wrestling school, but it's also a bit of like a kind of thing that I also just feel like I'm doing my job. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I do know we do good things in that, but when like, people praise me in that, I'm just like, just doing my job. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just doing there. Well, it's like that guy's done 6 that guy Andrew Tomlinson done 6 marathons while having cerebral palsy and climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, and he had pneumonia and all that, and bounced. I think that's no, I mean that's a heavy class story. He raised money for charity all while doing it, and started a runners club and all that. And I mean that's amazing stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not putting myself down. I'm just saying, if it was me on the judges panel, I'd have gave Andrew it. So it was that, but it was very full of emotion. But also as well, I never really wanted. I wanted to win the award. I'm no again. I've got a big ego, but with stuff like this with the school and that, it's not about me. It's about helping people and making wrestling more mainstream and all this kind of stuff. So, but I wanted to win the award, but no because of my ego, because I want this praise and plaudits. It's because I do think with the wrestling school we're helping so many people. But there's a lot of people that will not been able to help with the wrestling school through either stuff like maybe we don't get any funding, so I need to charge people for the wrestling school. I need to charge everybody for it no matter what. People maybe want to test it out. Maybe people have got 3-4 siblings that they all want to come down. I can't give that family discounts even though they could probably be down with it. So these things, that obviously for a start. Then also as well, there's people that can't travel. So if I maybe had one of these in this place, that place, this place, and that place, I could be helping kids all over Scotland, all over the UK, maybe even hell, all over Europe, know what I mean, one day. But yeah, obviously it's a wee joke, but that is something that you could eventually do if I'm getting the right stuff. And with these awards, with that award, that I can prove that to people, because we're wrestling as well. There's a reason I'm one of the only people that do wrestling for kids, because it's seen as like something a lot of people want to really take the time to. I don't know how the word to say it, but the people would rather just focus on the wrestling side of it, where I think if you focus on the grassroots level of wrestling, then in the future we're going to have wrestlers that are some of the best in the world because they've been doing it for so long. So that's my thing. The award, I really want to win it because I can use it to apply for funding, and I'm not saying I couldn't apply for funding, but you know what I mean, it's like showing people that the wrestling works in the community and stuff. So here's hoping. I know that's a big massive rant there. George has not really had a word in and go to say it. And so how did you find the full experience?
It was brilliant. The food was really nice. Mine's pretty frustrating because I was trying to make sure you were going to have a good night, and Bo was just sitting saying, "Can we leave? Can we go? Can we leave?" He had it, and I'd actually made him dinner before we left because I knew that he probably wouldn't really like it. And then he gets there and he's eating all the soup, he's eating the chicken and all that, which I was happy about. Do you know what I mean? That's fine. And then I thought to myself, I should have brought him sweeties because he was just in a mood that he didn't like any of the dessert. And I had to run over to Marks and Spencer's in Queen Street train station to get him a sweetie.
No. What you got him was a yum nut.
Oh, I don't know.
You got him a yum. No, a yum nut.
I know.
Do you know what that is?
I don't know.
No.
What?
It's a yum donut.
I know.
Why'd you not get me one?
In Marks and Spencer.
Why'd you not get me one?
Well, to be quite honest with you, I was absolutely soaked. I was drenched running about George Square with that fucking ball gown dress on because you never told me it was a casual night with a pair of black Crocs on and a pink fur coat. So
you looked cute.
The only thing I was concerned about was to get into that shop and to get back again. So I did get him a yum nut. That's right. I introduced you to yum nuts.
No,
okay.
Actually, well, I don't remember you introducing me, but I watched my favourite TikToker at the moment, Musa Dembine, and he was doing a wee food review on the
yum nuts.
The yum nuts.
My mum's bought us them so many times.
Well, need to point out that it was a yum nut. I just thought it was a wee donut.
So Bo had it, but then when the awards came on, he was fine.
It's better.
It just took a really long time for that to come on. So I didn't think you were going to win when you'd pointed out that your name was second on the list and that everybody else was first, and I thought, here we go. So it was even merely a surprise.
And then I was the first person. So some other people won for being like second place, but I was the first person to win it for no being
the first name on the list.
It was alphabetical order. But obviously, once I started noting the partners and everybody winning, I was like, this is just lazy. Not I mean, they've just been putting whoever. They've wrote down the winner first. Then whoever, not I mean, like when they probably what they've done is like write out, you know what I mean, like the judges have wrote out, I thought the judges had wrote out the free whatever, gave it to the people that have made it, and then they've just put them all on, know what I mean? But it turned out it was alphabetical order, and I ended up going up and doing a you
got up and done a speech that I didn't actually think you were going to give the microphone back to Cassie. Cassie was trying to get her photo took with you and you were trying to grab the mic with her on so you could talk, and then she was like that. all right, Davie, you obviously couldn't hear you, but you obviously said, what's happening? And she went, what's happening? Because obviously she's got a pure deep voice as well. And then you went on the mic and you said, I just firstly want to say thank you to everybody who didn't give a speech to give me more time to talk. Even though the awards was like running like way over. Then you said, number 2, I actually didn't think I was going to win because everybody else who's won the night, their name was first on the list, and my name was second. So I just thought it was lazy printing. And I'm like, why are you telling? Like, there was actually hundreds of people in this room.
And they were all laughing. They all
I
found
know,
it funny.
well, no, I was going like that to you. You couldn't see me, but I was like, I'm recording, and I was going. But I could tell that you couldn't see people on my TikTok saying that you looked like Mr. Bean getting that award. I was actually
like red tie.
because you had the red tie on. But it kind of looked that way where when you were on the stage, because of all the pure bright lights, you couldn't see anybody. It kind of looked like you were a bit, but obviously you were in complete shock as well.
I did have a speech prepared about talking about how like, last time I was in this building I won an award and like, I'm sitting with it and all that and stuff, and then because I started thinking I was definitely no winning all that, I fucking got up there and I was all surprised. And
you just said it and it came to your mind. But to be fair, most people who won the awards went up and got completely starstruck because it was like there was so many people there. So it was brilliant. Excellent. I actually could not get to sleep because I was that excited for you, and then felt like I was just running on adrenaline all day on Thursday.
I want to get a belt commissioned.
Oh, I know you've said this.
I want to get a belt and be like the Glasgow Community Champion, and then maybe next year I can get the winner, not I mean, but then they obviously when they take it, I actually take it off and smack them.
I don't think that would approve in the City Chambers, like, honestly.
I don't know how they're apparently planning the wrestling match. Try to get me. Obviously, I've not got. Basically, one of the wrestling companies the other wrestling companies are planning a show with the City Chambers, Lord Provost, and they kept bringing that up last night. Like, hope you're there, when I probably won't be.
Oh God!
I mean, if it booking's there, I'm not going to take it. It's for charity, isn't it?
So, then Thursday. You got up and you were off to Ireland.
So I got to my bed at 1 in the morning and had to get up at 5 in the morning to go off to my second home, I would say, Dublin, Ireland, because I was wrestling. Well, actually, Thursday night I had a seminar with former WWE Cruiserweight and Tag Team Champion Paul London. Then on Friday I was through in Cork wrestling for Rebel County Wrestling. Then on Saturday I was back through to Dublin for a hardcore Christmas scramble match. At Fight Factory Pro Wrestling, and then on Sunday I was wrestling in Finglas for the OTT.
Where?
Finglas in Dublin. It's like, see now in Glasgow there's obviously like Drum Chapel fucking govern that. It's like Finglas is a place in Dublin.
Finglas?
Aye, Finglas. I was in Finglas wrestling for the OTT Tag Team Champions. What?
Finglas?
Finglas. Finglas. I was there wrestling for the OTT Tag Team Championships against a team that me and Georgia went to OTT the other month. Were wrestling against Judgment Day, so that was quite a cool experience. It was also a crowd that on the OTT are a very massive wrestling company in Europe. But yesterday's show was obviously they're branching out and starting to do more shows in more. They're not just doing it in the big bands like the National Stadium like we've done on. So it was a crowd that had never really done a wrestling crowd.
Right.
So obviously it was a bit. So it's hard work anyway. Them try to understand me when I'm very Scottish, but then try to get them into the actual wrestling side of it as well. So it was a good job. Really enjoyed myself. Really good weekend. I was over with the big strong man, one of the wrestlers from CPW. And that was also a good thing. It was about getting to see guys that I'm getting opportunities to in the wrestling work hard enough that they're getting to get themselves out there now, debuting for 2 different companies. I was actually wrestling the big strong man on the Saturday, and I was honestly, man, he's the funniest guy ever. But one of the guys in our match is just this big solid guy, man. And he comes in the ring, big strong man's like, Seamus. And then at our point, big strong man pushes him, man. The guy pushes him back, and big strong man fell on his arse. He's like, it's good.
Yeah, it's so funny, isn't it?
So I definitely. So it's good getting to see my mates getting these opportunities. Plus, I know it's good for obviously myself because it means that any of the free time I'm kicking about, I'm not kicking about myself. I've got my mate in that with me. So here's to 2025 and getting more opportunities like
You've
that.
already got some opportunities.
I know. Actually, I'll be back. I've got a lot. So taking up a lot in the podcast, but in January I've actually been asked to maybe go to, so it would be it's up to me if I want to do it, to be fair, not, I mean, because I would need to fly myself into Ireland and then wrestle on a show for free. But it would be for a great cause. It would be for a cancer charity show, and I kind of want to do it because it's the 18th of January. Do you know why I'd want to do that, Georgia?
Because it's the day before your birthday.
Day before my birthday. So there's that. We've got range shows in January. In February I'm going to Newcastle. In March we got to Germany to wrestle, and Ireland again for that Rebel County, sorry. April I'm going to Northern Ireland. So there's a lot of things falling up right now. So if you're a wrestling promoter that's watching this podcast, which I highly doubt, because don't think anybody no many people in the wrestling, no many of the wrestlers watch us. You should watch it. And
they're probably sick of us because they see us all the time.
True.
And you said you are, when you're on the road in Ireland, you're sleeping rough.
I was sleeping very rough. So just to finish that bit off, if you're a promoter watching this, get me booked because the dates are falling up. But anyway,
busy.
Very busy man. But anyway, I was sleeping quite rough on Ireland. Not rough, but I was sleeping on a couch, and it wasn't quite
comfy.
bed. It wasn't. It was comfy, to be honest, but also it was
See,
small.
Go away,
it wasn't comfy, but it was compact. Like there wasn't anywhere to
you
stick my
big
feet.
man in the same couch to each other.
Top and toe. No, he was on something that was a wee mat on the flare that was about that thick. He was like, but pure after that was the comfiest thing ever. I'm going to buy one for back to the house and stick it in the back of my van.
Really?
Motor,
What?
because I'm because I was like, there was no way to put my feet air it, if you get me, know what I mean?
Aye.
It was just.
Do you see when you go away and come back, are you like dying for your own bed, or? Because, like, I don't see you being that way. Whereas, if I go away for like 2 days, I'm like, I can't wait to go home and be in like my own shower, my own house.
Nah,
I don't think that you get that way.
Nah, the only thing I'm dying for to get home is to see you and see the moon.
Don't talk rubbish.
What?
The most you've spoke there, and that is because you've been talking about wrestling. That's the most lively you've been all day.
Because you were working? I didn't want to interrupt your work.
And you said that you left your suitcase in the security on Thursday.
Oh my God, man. Swear to God, right? So, that's another story for another day, but I'll tell it today anyway, you know what I mean? What happened, right? Hold tight. So, I'm starting to get that way, you know, when I go to Ireland. The minimum, the earliest I want to be at the airport is an hour before my flight, right? That's the earliest I want to get there. So, get up early, head out, get there about an hour and 10 minutes before, not I mean. I'm actually a bit annoyed about that already, that I'm a wee bit.
Never be early.
Never
in
be
your
early.
life, you should never be
Right.
early.
So obviously, get up and I get through security, whatever, and I'm like, myself checking the I was like, I've got enough time to go to Frankie and Benny's. So I went into Frankie and Benny's, go my breakfast, after obviously the standard W.H. Smith trip for the World's Originals. And then go in and get myself a breakfast ciabatta with wee roast totties and all that, lovely scrand it all.
How could you vet that after all that food? Like,
After what offered?
the night before?
What?
The 2 plates of everything.
That was baby portions.
Right,
That's
keep
like
going,
3
sorry.
plates of that. So anyway, so I went and finished all my food. I said to the guy as well, oh, here mate, can I just pay for this now so that I can just get off here when I'm finished? I'm looking to wait about for you, so he let me do that. Eat my food, get up, pick up my bag, and I'm like, where's my suitcase? Where is it? Oh, I must have left it in WH Smith, right? Go back and get it. Just take a wee joggle. I time myself the essence, about half an hour at my flight, right? Get down. Excuse me, did anybody leave like a big suitcase in here? No, not a big suitcase. A wee suitcase in here? No, nobody left it. What do you mean? Mel looking at the fucking self-checkout, and I was like, oh no, I must have left that at security, because I did remember having it gone through security, you know what I mean? I did remember having it. So I've sprinted round, man, out blowing at my arse, go to the wee guys, like, somebody holding a black scooter, like, are you there? Ran out, the guy's holding it, I think he was actually about to take it away somewhere, you know what I mean? I was like, here mate, that's my suitcase. He's like, oh, here you go. Like, cool, let me take it away. To be fair, man, probably a bit dangerous, just let me take that, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Could have been anything, fuck's sake, didn't even tell me to check it.
I know.
So I got away with it, right? start sprinting round fucking duty free and all that, pure nearly knocking women down, try to horn at Teslas and all that.
Can I
nearly
imagine
smacking
what you were
families,
like?
running right through, don't give a fuck, man. It's my fault that I'm in this situation, but it's your fault you're in my road, so get to fucking out of the way before I knock you down, because I need to get my flight. And as I go to the bit where you start going down to the gates one to whatever, but just past Burger King, past that stupid seat thing, that's when it came up my phone, final call. I was like, oh no, man, started fucking booting it, man, nearly having a heart attack, man, because I tanned about 3 monsters the night before, gone right down there, running. Eventually I get to gate C3 and I was a fucking full queue of people waiting to go on the plane. I was like, aye, right, man, NPCs,
Exactly.
NPCs waiting for me to get, waiting for me to get there so they could all start boarding. Know what I mean? But no, I shite myself. Eventually got on. Plane was full, so didn't even try and get myself a front seat for that one. But got a front seat coming back, and also got a big strong man front seat coming back.
Amazing.
Well, he was flapping because people were all going on and that. He's like, oh, why are you so chill now? I was like, mate, why would you want to go on?
Because I'm a professional at this.
Well, I mean, aye, but also, why do you want to go on and be waiting a queue, standing in a queue for 20 minutes?
I know, right? I'm not going to go into it because I've accepted that that's your wee thing that you've got going on. So I'm not here to judge.
Fair.
It's not worth the hassle or the earache you. But I will listen and we don't judge. So it sounds like you've had a very busy couple of days.
I've had an eventful week, yes.
I've been very relaxed.
How come?
Because everything in the house has been in its place and nothing's been getting moved all about, and there's just been no noise or anything, because Bo's time with his dad, you were in Ireland and I just got to do whatever I wanted, which was go to bed at like 7 and 8 at night, to the point where I've been up at like 3 in the morning. Like, so on Friday I was off work,
right.
So I managed to wrap all the presents, every present, and then you made me email every company in Scotland, I think, for sponsorship opportunities for the podcast.
If anybody's looking to get involved, get involved.
Yes, and then on Saturday, I was running the birthday party we had in the wrestling. So it was Lucy's 10th birthday party, and to be fair, all the wrestlers helped me out. There was not really much I had today. It was a much more calmer experience because you normally make everybody dead stressed. So the wrestlers were just all letting me know that they found it it was a really nice day, which was fab. So Luce had a good birthday party. Basically, some people were asking like what actually happens at the parties. So the kids just get to have their own wrestling show. They get to pick what wrestlers are going to be on the show. Then we have like a big Royal Rumble. There's cake. Well, some parents bring like sweeties, some other people bring food. It's just up to them, isn't it?
Aye, so basically what it is, it was one of my other business ventures, one of me and George's other business ventures before I get shouted at and we go after the podcast and go home.
It's because it's always me. I've done all this myself.
No, I haven't. I've done it with you moaning in the background.
Don't even start. Honestly, I'm too tired today.
Right. Anyway, Suplex Celebrations is another one of me and George's business ventures that happens to include wrestling. So I would say it's an event-based party planning company, party events based company, and basically we will provide a wrestling show for whatever event you may need, whatever celebration you need. It might be a birthday. You might want to have a Christmas wrestling show in your backyard and phone us up and we'll sort it. You might want a gender reveal. Might need wrestlers for that. What else is there? Engagement parties, hen do's, stag do's. What else? Honestly, weddings. You want us to do a wedding? I'll do a wedding. I mean, see if you want the last thing you do before you get buried in the ground, before you get put 6 feet under, is to hear the 1, 2, 3, ding, ding, ding. We will have a fucking show at your funeral, alright? Just that one needs to be paid well in advance, obviously, not. I mean, look, the deposit is full price. Just in case you try and skip a cut of payment, in case you try and skip payments when you're gone, obviously, not. I mean, but it's all doable. So Suplex Celebrations, If you're looking for any of that, hit us up. Next year we'll actually have a lot more dates available because we're running less shows to think about quality. So that means there's more chance for you to get they're in, because there was a lot of people that requested them last year. We couldn't actually fit in, and then because obviously the kid's birthday party kind of needs to be, if it's not the day of the birthday, it needs to be the birthday week. So you're not going to have parties like 2 or 3 weeks after kind of thing. That was what happened last year was so we ran about 20 of them last year all in, hoping to get more of them out. So if there's something that you think you'd like, get in touch.
Yeah, it was good.
Very
so
good.
Lewis had a good day.
Aye.
I was laughing because Jen
usually, in fact, on all, we also always try and get the kid that is their party involved somehow in one of the matches or something, like hit an RKO or some sort of wrestling manoeuvre.
Yeah, and that's they all love being party at the end.
Most of the time all the parents love it in that as well.
Exactly, because you want to see your win in the ring and having a good time. But Jen came in, Sol and Reggie's mum, and I said to her, you got Victor and Rolf on, which is perfume, right? But I saw her last time I saw her, I said to her about an armpit. I think it was I can't remember what she had on last time. She's like, you must have a good sense of smell, because I said, Jen, it's because my fucking nose is massive. I can smell things for in a corner. And she was pure laughing, but every time I could guess what perfume she's got.
That big snoofler.
And then with the on Sunday, yesterday, I went to Braehead. And I went to Braehead because you gave me money for my Christmas to buy an outfit, but I couldn't get any jeans in short length, which is a shame. Regular length is just too long, and there's no point. And I got Botox. What's your feelings on Botox, David?
I think it's stupid. You look lovely with it. Yeah,
that's why I've got no makeup on the day, so I let the good Botox set in. Whether I got Botox or no, you would never be able to tell, so I shouldn't even have said to you. You've just got thoughts and feelings about it. But anyway, and then I was sleeping for 8 o'clock last night, wide awake at 2:30 this morning, and got up, watched 2 episodes of this new thing I'm watching, which I'll tell you about, and also read 3 chapters of a book.
Class.
So I'm absolutely done in.
Tired.
I started reading now Stephen Bartlett, who does the Diary of the CEO, started reading his book at about 4:30 this morning. But you came back from Ireland dead late, and then you came up the stair and you walked in.
I just went and sat in the shed and played football manager for a couple of hours.
When you came up the stair, I was actually fully up then. It's not even that, because I'm like ready to eat breakfast at like
3 in the morning.
Because I've
obviously stay up a wee bit later and enjoy yourself.
I carry my eyes were just
Express
closing.
yourself,
especially as well because when I'm in the house myself, I get a bit worried. What?
Just take out the PlayStation.
No. I get pure addicted to stuff.
Animal Crossing or something.
I'm one of the ones that would smash the controller off the telly and all that. So it's been a busy weekend. Feeling very, very prepared for Santa though.
How come? Just got everything in, just ready for him to come down that chimney.
Also as well, I forgot to tell you, I didn't realise that you were hiding my presents in the same place I was hiding yours. And
to be fair, I never actually. I just put it under, didn't I?
So you put it under the couch, right? Which I thought everything under the couch was mine's. On Friday, got all the wrapping paper out and stuff, and started wrapping up all the Amazon boxes. And I'm like, what's that? I never bought any Tommy Hilfiger. And I'm like, that's what I've asked David to buy me. So they're obviously my presents, and I've just ripped them open. And then I was like, I'm not even going to tell him when he's in Ireland, because he would just go in a huff, even though I genuinely didn't mean it. So it's because our house is so small, there's just nowhere to hide it in.
Did you at least wrap it up?
No, I just went out, shit, I better close it. I was going to say tell Curtis, but tell everybody that's listening what happens with wrapping paper and that every year. What do you do? Or you want me to tell them?
What do I do?
So you don't buy wrapping paper, but then you wait and see if I've got any left over for the presents that I buy you, and then you just wrap my presents up. One year you wrapped my new jeans up, you got me in the carrier bag for New Look, and just sellotaped it. It's fucking shocking. Aye, you're right, Curtis, you're a different breed.
How's that shocking?
It's just like there's no...
That's pragmatic.
No, there's like no effort, and then you open up the card and you wrote fucking 6 months worth
exactly,
of poems.
That's like, fucking effort
save
there.
the lyrical rhymes and just get the wrapping paper out.
No, the presents can be gifted in all shapes and sizes and all different packages, but a poem comes for the heart, right, bitch? Shut up.
So I've been watching 2 things since you've been away.
What they call?
So one was just a wee feel-good chick flicky Christmas movie.
Did you feel good after you watched it?
No, I was sleeping again. Obviously, I need to actually watch things like a couple of times over because I fall asleep that much. But it was called "'Twas the Text Before Christmas," which is just I've been trying to watch new Christmas movies that come on Netflix instead of watching all the old ones. So it was very cheesy, I would say.
Who's in it?
Actors, I don't fucking know. I don't know who actors are. I just fucking watch
You
it.
need IMDb them.
Who's that? What do you mean?
You need to take them into IMDb on your phone.
IMDb?
Aye.
What's that?
International Movie Database or something, I don't know.
Oh, so you're asking me?
I don't know the fucking I don't know the acronym is.
It's basically like Wikipedia.
Oh, right, okay.
It's like actors' profiles.
Arthur's got one.
Stuff.
Oh, really?
Aye.
Honestly, I would rather just watch the movie.
Oh, yeah.
But aye, so it was about this all grand. You would have liked it. It was about a wee nana. The wee nana texted this lassie by accident, and she thought she was texting her granddaughter. And ended up becoming friendly with the woman, and then she was travelling from New York. The lassie, I can't remember what her name was. The name I'd never heard before. But she was travelling through to see the wee nana every Christmas, and they were having Christmas dinner and that together. And you'd have been greeting.
Have you ever heard that? That's actually like a famous story. It happens, comes on the internet every year, right? At Thanksgiving, there's this woman who has Thanksgiving dinner with this boy that the reason you've seen it, aye. Because they end up texting. So that'll probably be like took after
they've got that for
because that's actually like a thing. And this year, the guy actually invited her into his house instead of hugging instead of them going to her house.
It's nice when people do that, isn't it?
That's class.
See, who were we talking to? Oh, it was actually a guy in my work said that on Christmas Day this year, him and his sons are all going round to like a care home to give out the Christmas dinner, like to volunteer and give out Christmas dinner. I thought that was so nice. I know. A charity actually contacted me on TikTok to ask for wrestling tickets for us to donate wrestling tickets, and they are doing charity for the homeless as well in Glasgow, which obviously messaged her back and said we'd gear them. And then I've also been watching The Ultimatum, which is a reality TV programme. This is season 3. I've watched all seasons so far. Basically what this is couples that are issuing, one of them in the couple's issuing an ultimatum because they want to get married.
Oh, I think I've seen.
So I think you've watched some of it with me before. Well, like just in passing.
Aye.
And basically the couples are going on a reality TV show and they start dating somebody for the other couple.
Aye.
So they go in and then they all go around the table and say, I'm issuing them ultimatum. Some of them are like maybe in their late 30s, and then the partner their way's a bit younger and stuff, and they're not ready. Just all different
stuff
stages.
Like, one wants to have a wedding, and maybe the other one doesn't. One's
it's all marriage.
Aye.
So then they end up speed dating, so they're all dating each other. And then at the end of the week, after they've been speed dating, they all stand up and pick a new partner, which they call their husband or wife, and they go and stay in an apartment that this show's up putting them up in. So they date the new person for like, I think it's about 2 weeks, and then they have to go back to their old partners, but they all end up falling in love with the new people, and they all end up like splitting up. It's just loads of drama. So
is there anybody that's ever been on one of the older series that have left their partner and went with...
Aye, and the Americans were all mental.
Americans are mental. We've probably get married now, the new people.
Aye, this was what happens before. Or some of them will leave single. So as they did the swap over, 2 couples just got up and left, because there's obviously some people in the couples that just can't handle it. So you see like one guy who, on the first night when he's meant to be staying with this new lassie, he's like pacing up and down the living room, and he's like phoning his actual real girlfriend with her mate having no contact. And then the next thing you know, the next day, the 2 of them have got up and left. And it's obviously because they don't want to go through with the experience of like being without each other. And
also the mental thing, you know what I mean? Like if he must not like that lassie that he was with, and he's obviously fucking... Aye,
well, it did show the 2 of them, and the 2 of them were pure awkward. They were like, well, that's us here now. Like, they were so uncomfortable.
Aye.
There's this guy as well, the one that I was saying there, this guy's a bit older. He's called Nick, and he's on with his girlfriend Sandy, and she's a good bit younger than him. It ends up, Sandy ends up been paired with this PT who's got the biggest muscles ever. He's got the dreadlocks and all that in, and she's like completely fond for him. Now Nick's freaking out and went up to their apartment, and the big guy, he's called GR, he opened the door and he's like, "You're not talking to her." And he's like, he's genuinely been good with this lassie for years, and then now she's like paired up with this absolute tank. And he's like, "What the fuck have I actually done? I've brought her on this show and now she's fallen in love."
Just gave my wife out. Like.
Basically, so it's good. So it's doing that thing on Netflix. I don't imagine,
like, so for example, no, it's no. So he's going out with Sandy or whatever, but he's not necessarily going out with the guy that he's took her off. Like,
they've no swapped. Everybody's all different.
So
you should watch it with me because like it's a good thing to get into and it's no like too in depth. So there's only 5 episodes came out so far, and then the rest now Netflix does that thing where it comes out in like stages.
I like that. So like normal telly that we used to have to do when you were watching a series on.
Exactly. But obviously now in this society we're so used to having everything readily available when you need to wait for the next episode.
I like that bold suspense.
What?
Waiting a week.
You're
excited, a wee cliffhanger. Oh fuck.
What's going to happen next?
Let's talk about it. The work fucking drinking bit.
So the next
the canteen
party it comes out tomorrow. So if you want to watch it, you can.
I watched all the episodes.
So I think you should watch it with me.
I need to catch up with it. With you now.
But you catch on to things dead quickly, so you'd be able to watch 10 minutes in and you'd be like, right, okay. Like I can't even remember some of the lassies' names. But I know for a fact you'd remember them straight away, which is dead strange about you because other things, especially the household things that you get asked to do in the house, you always forget.
But what? Moving on.
Did you turn the tumble dryer on the day? I don't think you have you?
That's a question. Well, obviously, this podcast goes out on the 19th of December, so I've not done it the day per se on the 19th of December, if that's what you're asking.
So were you eating any good food? I know you went to Zion Street Food.
Just Zion Street Food again, to be honest.
What other things do you eat when you're there, though?
So, there is something good in Ireland that I don't even know if you'd try, right? But it's like in all the corner shops or like the Spars, Centras, and that they've got like a deli, right? It's like,
is it the same one, like the same brand?
Just a deli. I don't know.
Right,
I don't even know if it's like a branded thing or anything. They just all have them indoors because it's a money maker. You know what I mean? It's like, and you go up to the deli, and what I asked for is a baguette, right? So they cut open the baguette for you. They said, "Do you want butter or mayonnaise?" I want butter. No, mayonnaise actually, sorry. Get the butter mayonnaise slapped on. Then some cheese.
Right.
Then some tomatoes. Then they give you some spicy chicken, which is like a breaded chicken fillet. They cut it up.
Right.
Right, put it on.
Stick God.
Stick more mayonnaise on it. Stick a bit of tomato sauce on it. Roll it up. Cut it for you. And then give you it. And it is delightful.
Nice.
It is really good. I actually had 2 of them.
Is it hot?
I wouldn't say it's roasting, no, but obviously depends on when you get there. It's in like a hot plate bit,
Okay.
But it's nice, man. Honestly, I had 2 of them during the week. One when I was hungover, and I wasn't actually hungover on Sunday, to be fair, which was good. But then I had one on the Friday, I think. Was it Friday? We had a McDonald's on the. So the first night we had a big kebab, actually. I put kebab with Paul London in CBL's house while watching crappy wrestling. On the Friday, I had the deli munching and a McDonald's that night. Then we had on the Saturday Zion Street Food, and Sunday one of the rolls and a Burger King. Nice. No, not a Burger King, a burrito actually in the airport.
Nice. Oh, well.
Was that nice?
Done no bad then.
No, you're saying I looked like I lost a wee bit of weight.
You did today when you tried on your white suit. The time this comes out, the white suit will have had its moment.
I know, I need to actually order a new one, but I think this one's a wee bit too big.
It's a polyester.
It's good, but it looks
it's like nice. A joke suit. It's like a dress up.
Because we left it too late to find a real one. If we got an actual real one, I'd have looked really good.
Well, that's debatable.
No, it's no. You're just a hater.
I'm not.
I look good with the polyester one, to be honest, man.
Obviously, you
do.
Your
shoulder pads and all that.
Shoulder pads?
Got your shoulder pads on it.
They're like fucking 2 beanbags.
You're a beanbag.
Like deflated ones.
The boy used to hate them, man. I mean, you just obviously realising I'm going to look like pure 110% sex appeal. You've got to be like, I can't let my man
Sex
look like
appeal?
that. You've got to be having to
No,
fight
honestly,
the woman off.
that night I'll be hoping somebody else is like, wow, he's fantastic. Let's
No,
go
yeah,
name with me,
this is
Ravie Davie.
you're trying to be a psychologist here and like, put it out the ether so it doesn't happen. I know you're obviously like, he is going to look like fucking Channing Tatum, Channing Tatum and Magic Mike.
Also, as well, the fact that they spot the white suit and it's a size too big for him, he was jumping about the living room, doing big high kicks, practicing his moves.
I can dance, exactly, an added bonus. I suit I can dance in. Here we go, man. I'm going to be kicking fucking honor moves.
Well, I can't wait for that.
It'll be good because I'm
So we've
buzzing
got-
for the award ceremony.
Same, we've got a busy week coming up because me and you're going on Big 50s podcast.
Aye, Thursday morning,
Yes.
10 a.m.
Uh-huh.
I think he's got new filming equipment and all that.
Oh, nice. And we're also doing a Christmas episode in a few days in here. Had to go to I was actually in the town, I got them Christmas jumpers.
What one did you get me?
I actually can't remember because I was storing Prima up for ages waiting for you to write back to me. Might have been the Grinch,
Good.
I think.
You done your Deadpool as well, and I said I wanted.
I know. I thought that, to be honest. I like the all grander ones.
Do you?
Yeah, with like the patterns on them.
I don't mind them.
I didn't get a Christmas jumper, I got a Christmas tank top.
Did you?
Yeah.
That'd be half a jacket.
Yeah, but
Your sleeves.
I'm wishing that I got a jumper because it'll be
time.
cold.
Still time.
I know, exactly.
So go and get one.
Yeah.
Take it back.
But I think that's us.
Is that us for the day?
Yeah.
Here we go, man.
That was quick, yeah. I
Rapid.
barely had to say any words.
How long?
I quite liked it.
Did you enjoy yourself? As I thought, am I the arsehole read it?
Did you?
Aye. I'm going to do it. And then
Right, go for it.
on you, right? So, am I the arseholes are always big in, I feel like, some podcasts and stuff like that. So, I didn't really want it to be something that I really like listening in that. And I also feel it would be something that would be quite good on here because I'm very opinionated and me and George are seem to disagree on a lot of things. But then I just wanted to do it like getting any old ones, you know what I mean? And like, nobody's really been submitting it, and so I didn't really have anything like it. But I've went and found one about being Scottish, so I thought this is maybe a good one to bring to the table.
intrigued.
So it's, am I the arsehole for talking in a very strong Scottish accent to prevent my mother-in-law from understanding me? I, 27 male, have been married to my wife Amy, 29, for 7 years. Things have been going downhill for years though. We are literally only together for the sake of our son Jamie, 5. Amy has made it clear that she will go to the courts and try to prevent me from seeing Jamie if I leave her, and I don't want to put the wee man through all of that hassle. See, that's how you know they are Scottish, because he calls him the wee man. Most of the issues that lead to the downfall of a relationship can be traced back to Amy's mum, Susan. Susan is quite frankly a nosy cow. She can't handle not knowing what's going on at all times. If any of you have seen the show Still Game, she's basically Isa. However, Susan is much more vindictive. Some of the things she's done is revealing that Amy was pregnant on Facebook before either of us could say anything. She told everyone about my aunt being ill, despite my aunt wishes for it to be a secret until she was ready, and constantly accusing me of she constantly accuses me of cheating. One time it was because she saw me in town with my cousin. Recently I was on the phone with a good friend of mine and we got onto the subject of therapy. Some separate family issues have been going on, and it's bringing up some past trauma. Of course, Susan listened into this and decided to tell Amy that I wanted us to go to couple therapy. She even added on some extra details that I wanted to just run away and leave Amy and Jamie, and all that I wished I was single and didn't have any kids. This was, of course, total bullshit. I love Jamie to the moon and back, and I do still love Amy. I just don't think either of us are in love anymore. I was raised around Glasgow area in Scotland, so I have quite an accent. We moved to a different area when I was 8, so I did get better at changing my accent to make it a bit more understandable to other people. So I decided to go back to my full-on Glaswegian accent, which Susan really struggles to understand, to prevent her from listening into any of my conversations. Naturally, Susan doesn't like this and has been accusing me of trying to alienate her. Amy has tried to get me to stop literally just so her mum will stop complaining. She's also been complaining that Jamie is picking up the accent and he's going to sound uneducated if he talks like that at school. I think I might be the asshole for keeping this going, as things are already tense enough at our house, but at the same time I don't want Susan listening to my conversation and trying to stir up drama. Am I the asshole?
I don't think he is. I don't know if it's because I'm being biased because he's Scottish, and I just feel like I want to stick up for people who are also Scottish.
Nah, I think he's not an arsehole because Susan's quite clearly fucking mental.
Susan's got issues.
Susan thinks so. Susan suffers from a thing that we would call main character syndrome, but she uses her main character syndrome for evil. You see stuff like ruining the announcement of the baby before they go to do it. Announcing that guy's aunt's fucking illness. What right do you have, Susan, you silly cow, to do that, alright? That's not a day right. Felt, at least with the Wainwright, I kinda get that. Know what I mean? Like, oh, maybe I'm the head of the family, it's up to me to... I could maybe see a reasoning for that. It's not I don't agree with it, but I can see the reasoning. But the aunt, the guy that... No, I mean, you don't even like the guy. No, I mean, exactly. The aunt get to... So I don't think you're the arsehole, mate, even though I know you're probably not going to see this, to be honest. No, what I mean, but if you're... Good submission, even though it wasn't here. But if you have any situations like that, let us know. I want to tell you if you're an arsehole or no. I really do, because I've been told in life I'm an arsehole a lot of times when I don't think I was, and I think I'm good at deciphering this stuff.
Yeah, definitely. We want some people writing into us.
I want submissions, man. Like Art Attack back in the day, like Channel 5 or CITV, man. All your stuff, send it in. Even if it is a drawing, man, I'll show up, man. We catapult, stick it on the fridge.
Right, thank yous.
And that's, no, I can't say that. Thank you, guys. See you later.
Bye-bye.